What is going on, guys? They call me Ampy. Welcome to another video on the channel today. Today's video, we are going to compare all of the sights for the assault rifles, and these sights even extend into other weapons on Ghost Recon, to give you guys an aesthetic feeling as to what sight is the best choice for you. This is, again, aesthetic choices. They're not meant to reflect any weapon statistics whatsoever, but I thought it'd be a pretty good idea to give you guys a side-by-side comparison for the most part, because some of these sights are pretty big and take up a lot of screen space of the sights in Ghost Recon. So if you do like this video, consider dropping a like on it, subscribing if you're new around here, and turning on those notifications to ensure you never miss a Ghost Recon video. So we're gonna start off with my personal favorite 4 sights. If I had to pick 4 sights to use in Ghost Recon, it would be these 4 across the screen right now, mostly suited for medium to close range, close quarters combat. You can of course use them at long ranges, but they're very tiny, very small, take up the least amount of screen space, and again, the most ideal sights in my opinion for Ghost Recon. We have the Panoramic, which is the one you initially start with, the Micro T1, the Comp M4, and the Russian Red Dot, which is the Cobra sight in other modern FPSs like Battlefield 4, and I think it was in Battlefield 3 as well. So if I had to pick a personal overall favorite, it is definitely between the Micro T1 and the Comp M4. The Micro T1 does have that advantage of being overall smaller and taking up less screen density, but the Comp M4 does have a slight zoom when you hit the aiming mode key on console or on PC, so there's a benefit there. Let me know what your favorite sight on screen is right now out of all of these 4. The Russian Red Dot is probably a close contender for 3rd. It does have the ability to change the target reticle in the center, so that's cool, and the Panoramic does similar things, but it's really just not for me. I think the base is a little bit too big for my preference, but it still makes my top 4, and I know there's somebody in the comments who's going to prefer the Panoramic over all of these other 3. So just to let you guys know, these attachments were placed, every single one was placed on the P416 assault rifle, so there's that. And unfortunately, there is a screen shake that happens when you do ADS for too long in Ghost Recon. These clips were captured in real time, and you guys are definitely going to notice that. So before anybody comments what's wrong with the game, I don't know if it's the game's engine rendering out or bugging out, whatever it is, but it's there. I swear it's not my editing, it's just there, so just wanted to bring your attention to it. So moving on to some sights that I personally wouldn't really recommend to be used in close quarters combat. Of course, you guys can use them however you want, but I really wouldn't touch the TA-31H or the PKS unless you guys are going for medium to long range engagements. I don't really like the PKS. I absolutely hate the shape of it. I put it on a couple of assault rifles and I just couldn't stand the look of it, and I would personally recommend the ACOG TA-31H. A slight zoom to this weapon can be applied when you do hit the toggle aiming mode key on console or PC, whatever. It was a really strong sniper scope because it was the only sniper scope we could get attached to our snipers in the beta, so really accustomed to the TA-31, really enjoyed it, solid scope. Any of you guys in the comments, please tell me what you like about the PKS and try to persuade me, because I really don't touch this thing at all as of right now. Out of these next 2 scopes, I would definitely recommend the EXPS3, otherwise known as the Holographic Sight. I usually stay away from these sights just because in other titles, the sight itself is just really thick. It's a little bit on the thick side in Ghost Recon, but it's not really as bad as when you compare it to the digital, which in its current state with the 2.5 zoom equipped, it looks pretty clean, it looks pretty good. I would use this sight, it looks awesome, but as soon as you toggle that aiming mode to 3.5, it really takes up your screen way more so than the EXPS3, so I would stay away from the digital 3.5 unless, again, you're trying to shoot somebody cross range, but the holographic is really going to work for you guys. So now we're going to move to the longer range scopes, the ones that really take up your screen region, the ones that I really honestly haven't touched, to be honest with you guys, very much since I started playing Wildlands, but it's basically a combination of a 1-time scope and a 3-time scope. The Micro T1 is the 1-time scope in this case, same scope we just saw, love how small it is. Once you equip that G33 3-time scope where you can toggle between the aiming modes, it really starts to take up your screen region like an unnecessary amount. Huge scope. The one good thing about having this toggle is having that versatility between the 2 magnification levels, which is cool, I guess, but in my experience, in most cases, the Micro T1 1x magnification can get the job done at those further ranges if you just put your assault rifle on single shot, so I'm not really too worried about it. The same is true for the Russian Red Dot G33, 1x magnification level up to a 3x magnification level. What's interesting with this scope is that the Russian Red Dot, its reticle doesn't retain the same reticle that it had when you would use it as a solo attachment, so it maintains a red dot sight on this case when it's in the 1x magnification level, and it's only when you toggle back to that G33 that the sight actually gets the Cobra sight back that we all know and we're all familiar with. So I don't have much to say about the EXPS G33 other than the fact that you're making a standard holographic sight, which is pretty big already, even bigger with the G33 3x scope. I don't know when you guys would use these. Again, I don't use them all that much or all that often, but it is here for you in Wildlands. Again, that versatility is nice to have, I guess. So that does mark all the sights available for assault rifles and some other weapons in Ghost Recon of other classes, with an exception for the iron sights. I didn't really include them. As far as I know, there's 2 options for you for iron sights, but they're iron sights at the end of the day, pretty boring, and I can't imagine any of you guys using them over some of these options here. So the top featured comments of the day, first one coming from Doom Gaming. You're one of the best channels out there in my opinion. Keep up the amazing work you're doing. What a guy, man. man. Thank you for watching. You're making me feel warm inside, so I appreciate that, man. Lauren B says, great video, Ampy. Just spent about an hour figuring all this out on my own on the PC, and everything you said was spot on. Wish I had seen this video first. Who said console people can't teach PC guys how to do stuff? We're good for something, I promise you, Lauren. Thank you for watching the videos. Elaine Allen, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Thank you for your hard work and commitment toward helping a noob like myself. I appreciate saving time and learning from your videos. Keep up the great work. I got you, and I appreciate you. And joke's on all of you guys, because I'm the noob, and God only knows why you guys watch the videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to be featured on the videos as top rated, comment, leave a like and a comment and tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys on the next video.